Look at this, man. This is crazy.
Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass. Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass.
So I'm not sure exactly when this came out or what cartoon it is. But this is crazy. The fact that they even got a cartoon like this. Is date on here says 12/28/2017. So I'm guessing that's the date.
Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just. Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass.
You see that? And they're saying just passing me the trophies will pull you out. And just yesterday, he got passed by LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James took his spot just yesterday. So this is some real creepy, eerie stuff, man. Like, so Christopher White said, they say they have the crash footage too. Somebody probably definitely got it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if he was doing this for maybe even like a YouTube or something or whatever the case. They probably definitely have some footage of it. You know what I mean? Go LeBron's ass has his ass sacrificed. Man, it all adds up to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass.
And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's too much of a coincidence, man, for this to not be something crazy going on. It's just too much. Way too much.
Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass. Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass.
I'm gonna just play it a couple times. You know what I'm saying? People coming in.
Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass.
I'm not sure what cartoon this was. Somebody just said, "Yeah, female mogul 86. This is beyond. This is way beyond airy. This is just, it's crazy, man. It's like it's just crazy." Christopher White said, "Low key, all the numbers involved add up too. I didn't really do no gematria, but it's just everything around it. You know what I'm saying? Now this cartoon emerges. You can play it real quick."
Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out.
That's just crazy. I don't even know what to even say about that. It's just crazy as hell. LeBron just passed his record yesterday. That was a monumental thing in Kobe's life, of course. His daughter was on there with him. Then they said Rick Fox. I made a video, like 2 videos back, saying Rick Fox was on there. But then I seen that Rick Fox wasn't on the helicopter, so I'm not sure if, like, that video could be false. But it was definitely reported by a lot of different networks that Rick Fox was on the plane with him. I mean, I keep saying plane, on the helicopter with him. And then I seen that it said Rick Fox definitely wasn't on there with him. So I don't know. Use Your Brain says the name of the cartoon. I don't even know. Like, I don't know what the name of it is. Everywhere I see it at is only the same one clip from everybody that has it somewhere. Harry Satanic says, so he didn't want to give up the trophies. That's weird. That you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they say right here in the cartoon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out.
And they talking about the trophies. And just yesterday, LeBron passed him. You know what I'm saying? Took his trophy. Took his position in the 3rd of all-time score. Female Motor said, what do you think happened? A fire, but how did the fire start? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, and I just put the live up showing that they was at the helicopter. They was at the crash site like a couple minutes ago in my video before this. The helicopter's still smoking. You know what I'm saying? This is like what we talking, like 7, 8 hours later, 7 hours at least later, and they talk, and the helicopter's still smoking. So that seems kind of weird. We're only talking, but it's not like a whole building. It's a helicopter on the ground. I don't see why it would still be smoking. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
Man, that's great, man. It was like the weirdest thing I seen happen in a long time. Like I ain't even gonna lie. Like even the whole Juice World stuff was weird. There's a couple things in between. This is one of the weirdest ones that I seen in a long time. And why they saying Rick Fox was dead in there with him? And then all of a sudden they're saying he wasn't, and they're saying that Rick Fox's stepdaughter confirmed that he wasn't on there. So that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Everything about this is just totally weird. Like none of it is really. It's just all totally weird. So the Kirsten cartoon and everything, yeah. Like I don't know if it was it's not South. I don't know what cartoon this was. I don't even know. It looks like the thing right there says MUCH, much station. So I never heard of that. I don't know. A Trace said this is obvious. You can't deny it. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't deny it, man. It's like it has to be something. It got to be something. I played it like 1 or 2 more times and let me get out of here. But this thing is creepy, man.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
Yeah, Female Mago 86 says, how did they pull Rick Fox? I don't know. It's like of all people, why would they reel him into it? He was on that TV show with the Greenleafs, that Oprah, the own network TV show, which I watched, and I ain't gonna lie, like it's not a bad show, but when I seen Oprah was in it, it turned me off, and then I realized that is actually Oprah's show, and that Oprah and them are getting sued for that show also because they're saying that somebody submitted a treatment, pitched the idea of that show to their own network years ago, and they declined that person. Then they turned around and took the whole concept of the show, of the Greenleaf show. You know what I'm saying? So, Doomsday Cox says, look like Teen Titans. Is that what it is? Every Assistant said behind a Kardashian's house. Is that what happened behind a Kardashian? That's crazy. That's true. If that's true, then that's even crazier. Yeah, definitely a ritual. This whole thing is, it's just, man, it's crazy.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
Crazy. On a day before I thought it was the day. I thought the Grammys was today. Or the Grammys is tomorrow. It's crazy. The whole thing is just nuts. Subliminal Message TV said there's no such thing as coincidence. That's pretty much how I feel. I mean, it may be some coincidence, but anything in Hollywood is usually not. It's always usually more to the story. So Ari Sister says crash behind Courtney's house. That's where it was. Ari Assistance, I'm about to check into that because that'd be even way more nuts. If this is behind the Kardashians' house, man, that'd be crazy. And his daughter was on there with him. And so far they're saying like people on there with him, but they're not saying like the pilot. So that would mean that Kobe Bryant is like the pilot of the helicopter too, which would be even crazier because I mean maybe he might be real skillful in flying a helicopter, but to take your daughter up on a helicopter and you're a person that's worth millions of dollars would be kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. Yo, the Kardashians. Definitely some witches, that's for sure.
Shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass! Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the
crazy, man. Like, it's just crazy. It was this private helicopter, Air Assistance said. Yeah, but even then, you would think he would have a pilot to do it. But like I said, I don't know. Maybe he's been doing it for years. Maybe he's comfortable at this point that he would take himself and his daughter up into a helicopter. I don't know. But that's crazy. You know, if you just came in, Aubrey Assistance also said that this happened in the back of a Kardashian's house. Would you say Kourtney Kardashian? I think he said. This though, man, Kobe though. Like I said, I'm not even like a basketball fan or not. Like I'm not a sports fan at all, for real, for real. But damn, Kobe, almost feel like a family member died. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe, that's just crazy. San Antonio said, "What's the cartoon called?" I don't know. I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's called.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
I don't know what it's called, but everywhere I see it at, it's the same. It's only that same clip that was uploaded from the same person that put it up there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly where this clip is from, what cartoon it is. I don't even know. My mogul said the death hit us all hard. We didn't know him, but yeah, it's like Kobe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like Kobe. You know what I mean? Like, what a Wayne Kerr. I know that's not Third Eye Ajna up in the building. I know that's not the Third Eye Ajna up in here. Wayne Kerr. That's you? I recognize the picture. Oh snap! You got. I thought you was sacrificed or something. God damn, I ain't see you in a long time. Hope all is well with you. Hope you doing good. I already said so. They tricked him in the cartoon. Yeah, it's like, I guess, you know what I'm saying. It's like.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a Third Eye Wayne Carr, Third Eye Osnes says, oh yeah, I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? Still doing my real estate stuff. A couple other things going on. You know what I mean? Everything's good. On my diet stuff right now. Just lost a bunch of weight. You know what I mean? Working out every day. Yeah, his death is crazy, yo. Our assistant said the problem, what they really did give it to LeBron, and you're good. So that's probably what they really did, give it to LeBron, and you're good. I understand exactly what you're saying, our assistants. But LeBron just took Kobe's spot yesterday. They said LeBron is the number 3, I guess now. Mandy Von Zombie. This is like how they throw stuff like that. And the Simpsons, yeah. And how you doing? I ain't see you in a minute either, Mandy Von Zombie. Female Mogul 80s. There's a couple people from before I ain't seen in a minute. Shout out to y'all. It is like some Simpsons type stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, nobody knows. I'm going to have to figure out what the name of this is. This cartoon.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass! Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
So I can really see on there on the bottom of the screen, it says, it looked like it says MUCH, like that's the network. So I don't really know what the cartoon is. Somebody earlier said it could look like, damn, what they say that it looked like? I forget what they said it looked like, the cartoon. DJ Complex are crazy of all things to put in a cartoon. Anyone think he was killed off or any? Oh, definitely. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a reason. And then somebody said, Uri Senso said that this happened behind the Kardashians' house in Calabasas. So if that's a fact, man, you really don't gotta look too much further than that to know that this is something crazy going on. It'd be too much. It's already too much, but that'd be like way too much. You know what I mean? Like that'd be too much. Doomsday Cox said, virus. What virus? The Real Sky Hollow, bro. Did you see the video? What video? Mandy Von Zombie said, "Hey, hope you're doing good. I watch your vids, but I never catch you live when I check." Yeah, I don't be actually. I ain't really been making too many videos lately. You know what I'm saying? Real Scott Howard said the actual. Oh no, I didn't see it. Why you seen it? Somebody said there's a video. Is there a video out? So I'm gonna have to go find that. Put that up on. Doggy Poor said that virus is going to be a problem. Talking about the coronavirus. The coronavirus that came out the same time this Netflix pandemic TV show happens to come out, all about the same time. The same virus that they already had a patent for back in like July, I think it was. Now they trying to blame it on bats. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, man. It's a lot of stuff I could have been making videos about lately, but I ain't really been feeling it for real, because it's just too much sometimes. I got stuff to do, man. But DJ Clown, let's see, I just watched the video, 29 seconds of it spinning out of control. I'm going to have to go check it out. I didn't know it was out. Somebody mentioned that there probably was one. Antonio White said, think the cartoon is called like Harlem Globetrotters or something. Or I'm gonna look that up. Thanks for that, because I don't have no clue what it's called. But yeah, man, the Real Scott Hustle, the way shit was spinning was unbelievable. That's crazy, man. But Kobe though, damn, they didn't kill Kobe. For real, Kobe though, like, damn, shit is messed up, yo. About to get out of there. I'm gonna play it like one or two more times in case you didn't see it. This is creepy though, man.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass! Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
Third Eye Winks said tonight's the Grammys. That's what I thought it was tonight, and somebody said that it's tomorrow night. I think it's tonight though. I think it's definitely tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely, I think it's tonight. Cause what's today? The 26th, right? Yeah, today's the 26th. It said it was tonight. I don't know. Somebody else said it was tomorrow, but I definitely seen that it was tonight. If I'm not mistaken. DJ Com said, what the fuck, someone needs to speak to the creators of this cartoon? In that case, they got to speak to the Simpsons, man, too, because the Simpsons done predicted every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Simpsons, you probably find an episode of yourself on there dying or something. You know what I'm saying? So all they did with every damn thing on the Simpsons. They died at 41 and his daughter was 13. It's crazy. Two prime numbers. Yeah, the Grammys is tonight. Real Scott Hollis said the Grammys. I thought it was tonight. Somebody said it was tomorrow, but I'm definitely it's always on Sundays. That's what I thought. I looked it up and it said the 26th, but when somebody said it was tomorrow, I thought I might have been mistaken. Yeah, the Grammys is tonight, and if you've been following my channel, always for years, you know what I'm saying, somebody always dies either the day before or the day of these reward shows, the Grammys, the Oscars. There's always something. You know what I'm saying? Real spooky, you know what I'm saying? Real spooky. We'll play this again.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
And how is that a coincidence? You know what I'm saying? Like, just like with the Juice World, he said on, what did he say? I put the video about the plane, something about planes don't like him or something, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of stuff. Like throughout the years, I've been making these kind of videos, especially when my first channel was up. I was like really on top of all type of stuff. With the help of Wayne Kerr right there, Third Eye Angela, Third Eye, sending me a whole bunch of info that was definitely helping me out back then. That was the good old days when, you know what I'm saying, the money was looking all right back then, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, but they shut it down, so it ain't like it used to be. But the good old times, you know what I mean? I damn near thought I was about to be an actual real YouTuber out here, like really doing like Logan Hill or whatever them dudes' names are. You know what I'm saying? Logan Cannon, whatever dudes. I thought I was about to be one of them dudes for a minute, buying equipment and all type of crazy stuff. Then they shut me down. You know what I'm saying? Got tired of me out in the YouTube streets. Shut me down. I thought I was on my way. So Simpsons predicted 9/11, Ebola, the Tiger. They predicted mad stuff, man. Like all type of stuff. Paul Walker, that's the name, Paul Walker, right, from the Fast and Furious. Robin Williams. There's like so many things that the Simpsons predicted. Is like not even funny. Yeah, Sean Dawson had a clip of me. I just had to show somebody the other day. You know what I'm saying? Some people thought I was like, yeah, I was like, I had a live YouTube. I had millions of views and everything on it. So I had to. The clip is still on Sean Dawson's on his channel with the Wendy Williams. I had to pull it up and show somebody. Like, man, I'm saying, like, I'm respecting in these YouTube streets. I was anyway. You know what I'm saying? I had to show them real quick. They thought it was impressive too a little bit. So Chamberlain Heights is the cartoon name. That's the name of the cartoon, Chamberlain Heights. Good luck with that. I have to look that up and get more into that. And that's funny too because there's also a video of Kobe saying that Wilt Chamberlain is the best player ever and he's number 2. And that's kind of creepy too if that's what it's called. You know, if that's what you're saying. I ain't saying you're lying, but you know how people just come on here saying anything. But I'm gonna check into that. And if that's true, what you're saying, that it's called Chamberlain Heights, then that's crazy. And Earth is flat, so if it's called Chamberlain Heights in the name of that episode, I guess you're saying it's called Earth is flat. Is that what you're saying, Samos Grandiza? Yeah, man, and like I said, Kobe said that Wilt Chamberlain was the best basketball player ever, and he's number 2. San Antonio Way said that's true. It's called Chamberlain Heights. All right, so it's Chamberlain Heights. So we got something to go on. So people start looking this up. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
We got his daughter was 13. He was 41. You know, 13 is a prime number. I'm sure 41 is, if I'm not mistaken. Got the prime number thing going on, which is always spooky. I did a whole video years ago about prime numbers and how creation is based around prime numbers, because that's what allows you to create the space that prime numbers don't exist in. So Larry Bird was the best player of all. Oh, I ain't getting into all that. Who knows? I ain't here to. I'm just saying that's what Kobe Bryant said. You know what I'm saying? He said that Wilt Chamberlain was the best. If you ask me, I'm gonna say Jordan was the best. I'm born in '81. I'm an '80s baby. You know what I'm saying? Never really followed basketball like that or too many. I played football when I was young, but long story short, I'm not a sports dude. When I was young, I started getting money at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Being out there. I lost sports and all that stuff when I was like 13 years old, 12, 13. I lost interest and all that. I was out doing other stuff, making money and stuff like. Not to sit here and act like I'm like glorifying or nothing. I'm just saying like it's my sports. But the thing I'll say is that Jordan is the best because I'm born in '81. If you're born in the '80s, there's like certain things that are just what it is. Like you got Michael Jordan's the best. Mike Tyson. I'm about to say this because I'm from Easton, Pennsylvania, where Larry Holmes is from, so I can't say that. Of course, Larry's my favorite of all time, but Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, and Michael Jordan are the best as far as like for me. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird was good. Wilt Chamberlain was good. Kobe was great. LeBron's great. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's Jordan. And that's a person that never really even followed too much, you know what I'm saying, sports. His daughter was his daughter Gianna, they said. Play it again.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass! Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
Man, that's crazy. That's too crazy for comfort, man. Too crazy. Predictive programming, definitely at its finest. It just don't make no sense, man. Like, yeah, Andrew W., we're effed. It's effed and we're effed. You know what I'm saying? It's effed and we are effed. Man, this is terrible. The real Musa said another proud dope dealer. You talking about me when I was just talking about my little past or something? I ain't nothing like that. I definitely ain't, you know what I'm saying, proud of nothing. It's the past. It's part of what I was, you know what I'm saying. You used the word dope. I just said I was out there getting money. I'm not even saying what I was doing. I was just saying when I was young, at a young age, I lost track of sports. So I'm not gonna act like I'm just a big sports fan. If celebrities really sell their soul, this is why the elite can kill them off anytime. Not only can they kill them, they can act like they killed them and not really kill them. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of these deaths are fake. And they be like, why would they fake it? Because there's a whole different part of the world that exists that people like us have no clue about. You know what I'm saying? Like, the average person couldn't fathom, like, fake your death and then what? Like, what did he do? Like, there's a whole different underground and different hidden parts of this world that regular people like us don't have access to, that the elites have access to. You gotta understand, everybody that's a brand in any kind of entertainment industry. Play this video real quick.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
Your third eye. I seen somebody else. They put just called Chamberlain Heights. A couple people put that in there already. Like I said, Chamberlain Heights. Kobe said the best player of all time is Wilt Chamberlain. So that's kind of creepy. Like I was about to say, people like regular people like us don't understand when somebody is like a death hoax. So I was talking about Oceana Lakes. Why they do stuff like this. What people don't understand is that when you have yeah, he didn't get the trophies up. That's what it's saying. Like, 'cause they just took his trophy yesterday, so it's like they're saying pass the trophies and we'll let you out on the cartoon.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
See, Kobe's known to not really give Jordan respect that people feel like he deserves. You know, so he puts himself in front of Jordan, which is definitely ignorant. You know what I mean? But he didn't want to pass off the title. They took the title yesterday. You know what I'm saying? LeBron passed him. So you have to read Kobe's poem, "Dear Basketball" in 2015. He knew he had 5 years left. Oh, for real, I gotta check into that. I never heard of that before. But like I was gonna say about the entertainment industry, people don't understand that. Anytime you become a brand, whether it's sports, entertainment, artistry, music, whatever it is, your brand is a brand. Your name becomes actually a brand. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say sell your soul. The brand becomes your soul because your brand is what lives on. If you make songs, if you're a singer, you make music, the music lives on after your death. It's actually your soul that's being preserved. And in between that, there's also something to do with your voice, different vibrations and frequencies of your voice creates different wave paths and all this. It's like a whole big, longer, deep thing. You know what I'm saying? So that comes along with the selling your soul in your brand. So when you're a brand, your brand becomes a thing that can be manufactured and altered and sold, taken back. It becomes a whole entire other entity outside of who you are as a flesh and body person. That's why years ago, I'm not sure if it still is like this now, but years ago when you would get any kind of legal mail that represented who you are in the court of law, it will always be in capital letters because that doesn't represent you as a flesh person. It represents you as it represents you as what you represent in a contractual business agreement. It represents you in the business world. It doesn't represent you as a flesh and bone person. You know what I'm saying? It represents you. Scroll for it's called. You said it's called Chamberlain Heights. Is what everybody's saying, but your name in capital letters represents you as a business, not you as a flesh and blood person. It doesn't represent your body. It represents your signature. So along those same lines, when it comes to these elites and stuff like that, they have access to a whole different existence that we have no clue about. You know what I'm saying? Stuff we have totally no idea about. Some people get tired of having to live under the concept and guise of the brand. They want to be a regular person. So that's why a lot of people themselves want to fake their death because They simply want to exist as a regular human being. They don't want to keep being the brand, because 9 times out of 10, your brand is not who you actually are. But no matter what aspect it is, sports, music, acting, you know what I'm saying? Your publicist lets you know from the door, anytime you're in public or doing anything in a public capacity as a brand, you have to live in the essence of the brand. The brand may be totally against who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? It might be something totally different than what you do on a daily basis. But if you walk into public as your brand, you have to honor that, because you have a contract with the people that have put this brand into motion to make it profitable now. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just decide one day, well, I don't want to be this brand no more. I want to be a regular person or something different. And you can do that with permission. You know what I'm saying? If they could find a way to still make your alter ego, I don't want to say profitable, because it sounds like it's only about money, because it's more than just about money. But you have to get permission to act in public outside of your brand. You can't do that. Just like when you get papers from, like I said, anytime you get mail that's in capital letters with your name on it, like tax papers. I don't know if it is like this now still, but it used to be like this years ago. Anytime your name comes in the mail with a bank statement or something like that, something with your social security number that's used on it, it has your name in all capital letters. That means that that doesn't represent you in the flesh and bone. That means you're being represented in the business capacity at that point. So you can't just wake up one day, if you get charged with some charges and get a letter in the mail from the courthouse saying you're being charged with such and such, you got to come to court December 1st, whatever the case may be. You being represented as a brand in that aspect, you can't just wake up and say, I don't want to be this brand because I don't want to deal with this situation. The same thing when you sign your soul over in the contractual agreement. You can't just wake up one day as a brand like Michael Jackson and then walk out into public and do things and say things that the brand of Michael Jackson wouldn't do or say in public, because now you're going against what the contractual agreement is of the entity that you represent. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot more. The straw man, exactly. You're saying that's another way to say it. The straw man. You can't represent. You have to represent who your straw man is. You can't just act out of who you agreed to be in public, because there's all kind of stuff tied to this. Because now your brand and now your straw man, what's represented to you in the public, it becomes your soul living on, in essence, because that's what's going to be represented way after you're dead and gone. Your music, your entertainment, whatever you did is still going to be being used to do the same thing that's been doing the whole entire time. Make a long story short, people get caught up in their brands, and most people are miserable. They be miserable repping their brand. That's why a lot of this stuff happens. People are totally miserable living their brand in public. You gotta just think about how miserable it would be too, because a lot of, especially if you get into entertainment at a young age. I'm 38 years old. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you my own self. I've been through like every couple. I would say if you're an intelligent type person, every couple years you evolve. You know what I'm saying? There's never a point like when I was young, I would a couple years, say I was 20, I'd be like, damn, I thought I knew it all when I was 15. Now I know more. Then when you turn 22, you're like, damn, I thought I knew it all when I was 20, but I realized I don't. Then when you turn 25, you're like, damn, I thought I knew it all at 22, but that happens forever. You know what I'm saying? You never stop looking back and realizing that every time you think you know everything, it's like, damn, I didn't know nothing. Like, you're constantly learning all the time. So imagine that if you become a brand at 18 years old, 20 years old, your mind is not going to be the same 10 years later. Like, even if you want to still keep being this brand in public, just as a person who evolved, just living life in the world, you're not going to have the same urges, and the same things ain't going to give you pleasure. You know what I'm saying? The same things ain't going to make you, like, if you got into the rap game knowing you're like growing and expanding, your knowledge never stops, definitely. So say for a rapper, you got into the rap game, you was 18, 20 years old, talking about all the worst stuff there is to do. You know what I'm saying? Kill, drugs, murder, whatever, all this stuff. Then you become like 25, 30 and realize, damn, like I was being a part of just manufacturing the stuff that's killing my people. Then you realize, damn, I don't want to do this no more, because I realized that this is not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be real hard for you to keep going out and promoting death, drugs, just all the negative stuff once you wake up after that. But you're in a contract with these people now, so now you can't just go out here and talk about some other. You can't just go out here and say something different because that's not what your contract involves. Because that's not what's gonna make these people. And I don't want to say the money because when you say money, it makes it sound so minuscule, but it's way bigger than just money. You know what I'm saying? Way bigger than money. It's definitely some creepy stuff. Same as Wade said, would you say Kanye was acting out or was it scripted? Kanye was definitely acted out, got put back into place. What's going on now with Kanye, I would say is scripted, but there definitely was a time with Kanye, because people would be like, oh, we think he went out onto the stage and said all this stuff that got him kidnapped in the first place. Which I always got to say when Kanye comes up, I was the first person on YouTube that said that Kanye West was kidnapped by the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? I said that when it happened. Alex Jones came after me on InfoWars, put the same thing, put the same headline up. This is my other channel, the one that got deleted. So I always say that because that's one thing that I'm taking the credit for that one. I ain't letting nobody else. I'm taking that credit for Kanye. I'm the first person on YouTube that came with the Kanye with the real deal stuff years ago. But anyway, people we thought at first that he went on stage and they kidnapped him because of the stuff he was saying about Hillary Clinton and Jay-Z got the killers and all this stuff. But in actuality, he didn't really get a chance to really say anything. The stuff that they took him off the stage for, what he was saying, and they kidnapped him after that and set that all up. That's because they realized that he was starting to just say stuff he shouldn't have been saying, so they got him out of there. But in actuality, he didn't really say anything that was really detrimental to anybody. But he was about to. He was about to. He definitely was about to. He said these contracts be ruining their lives. Hell yeah, like destroyed their whole entire being. Like for real, for real. You gotta understand, a contract selling your soul means that you giving somebody the authority to represent your body in public at all times. That means from there on out, you can't just go outside and just say anything you want to say. That's why people start talking crazy. Actors and all these entertainers, something happens to them all the time because even if they don't say nothing that's real crazy, it's the fact that they're going off script. They're like, oh shit, this person, damn, I said, I done cussed. God damn it. I'm trying to do this whole thing without cussing. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube, let me play the video real quick too, in case anybody just came in.
Oh shit! It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass. Oh shit! It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass. Oh shit! It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass.
Crazy. And W said Kanye once. Oh, it went off. Alright, sister said, well, it's the same for them as it is for us. You're saying who you were at 18 is now who you are at 38, but it's attached to you forever, like bad credit, arrests, etc. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said, I mean, as a person, you can change. Like, I did a whole bunch of, I came way farther than I was when I was 18, but like I was saying, the same way that your capital letters, when you get a letter from any type of court or something like that, or a bank, anything that's coming from the government itself, maybe not nowadays, I don't know, I haven't really noticed, but years ago, definitely, your name was always in capital letters. In the same way that your name being represented in capital letters on those kind of documents is the same thing as like a brand, because even like I said, I made a lot of changes being from 18 to 38, but if I get in some trouble, they're going to automatically, that's going to show back up. You know what I'm saying? It's attached to you forever. You can't get rid of. When I became a realtor a couple of years ago, through the process of me becoming a realtor, I had to go through I had to send my background. They had to do all this stuff, checking in my background. It's been so many years since I had a charge, so that was what let me get in there. But during the process of finding that out, I find out that I had a felony on my record that wasn't even supposed to even be there. You know what I'm saying? That was put there either by mistake or was put there purposely to mess my life up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't even believe how much opportunities that, like jobs and stuff that I couldn't get for many years. All this is like a long story. I don't even want to get into all that, but it definitely stays attached to you. You can't just get like I said. I could wake up one day. A person could accept that I changed as a person, regular person, give me a job, whatever like that. But I show up in court for a charge. Everything I ever did is going to come back up automatically. It's going to be attached to you no matter what. You can't get out of certain stuff. You're in a contract. That's why when you commit a crime, you get caught up in the system. That's why they say this, the smartest way to get out of the system is to never get caught up in it in the first place. Because once you do, once you get a docket number, you sign the contract with these people that you're involved in forever. And in Pennsylvania, where I live at, is one of the worst states in the world. There's like one out of every six, I forget what they said, people is attached to the system in some kind of way. Probation, fines, locked up, something. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Let me play this again.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
It seemed this way. Says same couldn't get a job in the warehouse. Man, look, I've been lying. I've been unknowingly lying on job applications for like 15, 20 years because I had a felony. I didn't even know I had on there. It was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even believe some of the stuff stories I could tell you about what I was. Man, look, just know that fake felony on my record has put me through a lot of stress in life. Believe when I tell you. I had to resort to a lot of unnecessary things in my life because I couldn't get a job because of this damn stupid ass felony these people put on my record that wasn't supposed to even be there. Yeah, Wayne Carey, Third Eye, 2020 about to be spooky, yo. Like, it already started off crazy, you know what I'm saying? We're still in January too. January seems like it ain't even going away. Like, it's gonna be January forever. It seems like. Look how much stuff has happened in January already from the door. This fake ass Iran stuff, like there's just so much stuff. This virus thing coming out. And it's real spooky how I don't know about where y'all live at, but where I live, a lot of Chinese people have been showing up with face masks on for the past like I want to say I think I've been noticing it for like at least like 2 years maybe. You just see any random Chinese people wearing hospital face masks. You be like, damn, why does they wear it? What do they know that I don't know? They walking around with a face mask on. I don't got one on, but they out here like everybody. You see them in a group, they all got one on. So it throws you off balance. Like, what, do they know something I don't know? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is they walking around with face masks on? That's how it is here anyway. I don't know about where y'all live at, but where I'm from, you can see a Chinese person any given time or a group of them wearing face masks, and they've been doing this for the past. Like I said, I've been noticing it for like 2 years. And I've always been wondering, like, why are they walking around with face masks on? Like, it's weird. And they're saying it started in China, but you also got to remember too that China has China. Wayne Kerr says is in their culture. Oh, that's good then. I never noticed it until about 2 years ago. So if that's what they've been doing, that makes me feel a lot better. Because every time I've been seeing one, I'm like, why is they wearing a damn mask? And what was I about to say? I forgot what I was about to say. Dutch Van Bin Laden said, yeah, right. Jenna White said, as soon as I saw this, he started to wonder. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like makes you wonder, like, shit is this not even right. Doesn't even make sense. Let me play it real quick. Sitting here jabbing my jaws way too much. Man, creepy. Alidiano said the facial recognition, that's why they wear the mask. That's a good thought, you know what I'm saying? That makes sense. It definitely makes sense. So you think something will happen to Trump in 2020? I don't know, but I know something major is going to happen to everybody else in 2020 for sure. The name of the cartoon, everybody's saying, is called Chamberlain Heights. Oh, what I was going to say before about China, what I was going to say too is that people don't realize that China holds more of the U.S. debt than anybody in the world. So basically, it's like China owns U.S. If China wanted to collect right now on their debt entirely, they would bankrupt their whole entire country. if you want to call it that, allegedly. But people have been saying that's why these fires been happening in California, because China's burning down the land to make it useless, to make it valueless, so they can come in and take it all away, buy it all up, and start building whatever. And I guess the U.S. wasn't really trying to sell it, so what they did is bought some kind of high tech machine over here and started burning down all these California forests, stuff like that. Said China also now owns YouTube. CJ Freshberg. I never heard that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You never know. I wouldn't put it past you. The fire in Australia too. It definitely is another China thing. Burning down all this land so they can just take it. China is way more powerful than people realize China is. China could take over way more stuff than people even. I remember years ago they was sending allegedly and putting lead in children's toys from Chinese. Been doing for many years, and then once they found out, it wasn't like we went to war with them or nothing. It was just like the U.S. just fell back. They reported it like it was a fact. Said beware of these toys from China. They've been having lead in them that's harming kids for years, but they didn't. They wasn't like jumping up about no war. You know what I'm saying? I said made in China, and also there was a thing called made in U.S. where there was actually a place that was in China that they built, and they called it USA. So when you had products that made in USA, they really was made in China. It was like really a town in China that they called USA. So some weird stuff, man. Some weird, creepy, crazy stuff. So you have no clue about the mask because you're born and raised in upstate New York, but they saying the coronavirus might be connected to the stock exchange. I never heard that one before, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? Right now they keep trying to circulate this video of this girl eating bat soup in China. Is what they're trying to say. It started from that, but I saw something else that said that the coronavirus patent was actually patent since like July or June of last year. You know what I'm saying? So if they already had a patent on a virus and on the antidote, then I don't believe any disease is actually like comes out of nowhere. I believe every one of them is man-made. You think China intentionally spread the virus? I damn sure wouldn't doubt that. But even to say China, I would like to just rather say the powers that be, because there's a level to where the powers that be exist above everything. There really is no different countries. There really is no different places. Because at the end of the day, the people the conglomerate that runs, the elite that controls the world are all together in control of every part of the world. So they separate places and call them places, you know what I'm saying, just for us to identify different regions in the world. But in actuality, the same people own and run everything, for real, for real. Anywhere that has a flag is under the control of the elite. Believe that. Because if you have a flag, you're automatically accepting the fact that you're representing your entity on the world stage as a place to be called a name. And if you just think about that, it might sound so basic, but really in actuality, the fact that you're agreeing to call where you live at a name and have a flag for it means that you're participating in the game. It's as simple as that, because you don't need to have a flag for you. Like, it means, if you think about it, for real, if you're participating to have a flag to represent your country, that means that you're a part of this game. There's just no way around it. You know what I'm saying? It's a cartoon. Is Legends of Chamberlain Heights. There's an episode of LeBron playing against the Clippers after, and so TMR, LeBron is playing against the Clippers. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? If that's true, that's crazy. I have to really look at a lot of this stuff. I mean, I don't be into it like I used to. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to really get to do all this. It gives you a headache when you be trying to read, watch, and put stuff together, edit videos and stuff. But I think I'm gonna really try to look into this one. There's too much crazy stuff with this Kobe situation. So that's true. Nobody eats poop. I don't care how poor you are. I guess somebody else must have said something like that. LeBron was a part of killing Kobe. You never know. Mainstream news always lying to the watchers non-stop forever. You know what I'm saying? Non-stop since day one. But the elites love poop dinners. Dina said that. I think the elites love blood dinners, human flesh dinners. Yeah, I gotta get out of here, but let me just play this like one or two more. It's just too crazy, man. Like,
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass! Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
yeah, that was a conclusion I came to myself a long time ago. These people can't be 100% human because how could it? How it's just that it just wouldn't make sense. The only way this all would make sense in any type of sense is if these people are totally something else or partly something else. Because there's no other way to just, you know what I'm saying, verify anything. Dina Jones said, "All right, so you don't listen to mainstream, you listen to loud." Shots up. She said, "I don't listen to mainstream, I listen to loud instead." Good looking. Like I always tell people, my main thing is the only thing you can know for sure is that you don't know anything for sure. So anything I say is also just speculation. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows nothing for definitely for sure. All right, third eye. You know what I'm saying? About to get out of here too. Glad to see you. You all right? Doing good? Still alive and everything like that. Like I said, I thought you messed around and became a sacrifice or something at some point. So MSM's compromised. Mainstream media is compromised. Can't believe nothing. You can't believe nothing on the mainstream. Man, you can't. Like, you just can't believe anything on mainstream media. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all. Like, everything that comes through. There's like somebody earlier on another video I had talking about, because me vaping, they was just coming at me, I guess, in good intention, like saying stop vaping, it's dangerous, killing people, and looking out for my health and well-being. But you gotta understand this. They're making a big thing about vaping. Do you think really if they was worried about vape being dangerous and worried about you as a person, that they would still allow cigarettes to be sold? You know what I'm saying? Like, just you gotta be real and think about certain stuff. They trying to kill vape because big tobacco is losing so much money because so many people are starting to vape instead of buying cigarettes. It got nothing to do with your health and safety and concern, but people are out here really actually thinking that if they see you vaping, all of a sudden now they're like, oh my God, like, dude, if you're going to be worried about me vaping, go worry about somebody smoking cigarettes. Cigarettes has been confirmed to have killed thousands of people a day. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to throw that in there because I'm just using an example of how the mainstream media is just tell you any damn thing. People just and take it and run with it and just believe it. It's just ridiculous, man. Yeah, I'm out of here, and I said that third eye because I seen you said take it easy, because I said the same thing. I was about to get out of here, but I'm gonna play this video like one or two more times, and I'm just gonna dip out. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that came through. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate everybody that came. But I'm gonna play this one or two more times, and I'm gonna be out.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass! Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant! Help me! Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out! Pass!
All right. That being said, I'm out of here, man. Everybody be safe. Maintaining the spooky world. Keep your head on wrapped on tight. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody. And I'm out of here.